Okay, so as part of our review, I also wanted to go through an example where we simplify a radical, and in this case, this example is a square root. It's a square root because the radicand here, the root sign, does not have a number, so we know that it's a square root. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is break down the factors of what we're taking the root of and look for perfect squares. So the best way to do that, if you don't see it right away, is to actually do a factor tree. So I'm going to do a factor tree on 48 and x to the third. Okay, so if you're not sure what factors to use, it's an even number, so I'm just going to start dividing by 2. So 48 is 2 times 24, and I'll keep working my way down. 24 is 2 times 12. 2 is a prime number, so I don't need to break that down any further. 12 is 2 times 6, and 6 is 2 times 3. The factors are each of the numbers at the end of this factor tree. Okay? Now x to the third is real simple. We're just going to have 3 x's. Right? X to the power 3 is x times x times x. Step number 2 is to simplify the perfect squares. Okay? And to do that, what we want to do is we want to draw our square root sign. And for every pair of numbers, we want to write that number once in front. So let's go down the ends of the factor tree. We have 2 2's. That's a pair. So I'm going to write 2 in front of my square root sign. I have another pair of 2's. So I'm going to write 2 again. So for each pair, I write that number once in front of the square root sign. I also have 2 x's. Right, here's a pair of x's, so I'll write x once in front of the square root sign. What do I have left? Remaining, I'll do in triangles. Remaining, I have a 3, so I'll write that inside my square root, and I have an x, so I'll write that inside my square root. Okay? So, the step 3 is to multiply the numbers in front of the square root sign and outside of, that should be inside the square root sign. Okay, so we have 2 times x times the square root of 3 times x, and that's going to be 4x, the square root of 3x. So we know if we have the square root of 48x to the third, we can simplify that as 4x to the square root of 3x. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.